AMC has been rejected by 2%, and dark pools are increasing. Something is rapidly accumulating. Let's begin with the activity that is taking place in the market at the moment. Alongside the rise in the stock price, we are witnessing the cost of borrowing shares continuing to move in an upward direction. That is an important signal. In the past, when there's a rise in the cost of borrowing money while the price action is strong, it is typically an indication that there is increasing pressure behind the scenes. The volatility does not randomly appear. Rather, it builds up over time. In addition, it appears that the pressure is increasing at this very moment. In spite of the fact that AMC demonstrated some strength today, closing the green by approximately 2.4%, in addition, we witness a clear rejection after reaching highs close to 1.83 before being pushed back down. In these kinds of configurations, movement of that kind is not at all unusual, particularly when suppression mechanisms are in operation. After that, when you connect that price behavior with the rising cost of borrowing money and the increased activity in the dark pool, it begins to paint a more comprehensive picture. The signals in question are not isolated. They imply that there is something that is actively preventing the stock from increasing. Moreover, this is the point at which things become even more intriguing. Recently, brokerage platforms have resumed sending out notifications to investors with the intention of encouraging them to lend their shares. Simply stating that says a lot. The reason that brokers are offering you incentives to lend shares, particularly specific ones like AMC, is typically due to the fact that the demand from short sellers is extremely high. Apply some logic to the situation. In the event that there was not a significant demand to short the stock, there would not be this push to borrow shares. In light of this, the answer to the question of why the stock is not breaking out despite the pressure from buyers might not be as straightforward as selling. There is a definite possibility that the demand for short-term interest is so high that it is preventing the upward momentum from occurring. This is also connected to something that a lot of investors fail to notice. The ability to lend shares is built into certain brokerage accounts automatically. In the event that you're unaware of that setting, it is possible that your shares are already in circulation, which is beneficial to short sellers. Whether or not a person decides to lend shares is a matter of personal preference. However, it is essential to at least demonstrate an awareness of what is taking place behind the scenes. An additional fascinating development is the comparison of the behavior of prices between the current cycle and the cycle that will occur in 2021. There is a chart that is currently being circulated that compares a timeline of when a to-the-moon message was posted back then to a similar moment in the current cycle. Notable is the degree to which the patterns coincide with one another. During the year 2021, there was a discernible pullback that occurred after the initial signal. This retracement appeared to be almost identical to what we are witnessing at the present time. Those who were present during that time period will not find this kind of movement disconcerting, because it is a familiar one. In addition, if the past were to repeat itself, the retracement phase was followed by an explosive upward trend. At this very moment, it seems as though we are in the same stage. At that time, the price did not immediately and dramatically increase. It came to a halt, then strengthened, and finally surged. There is a possibility that the subsequent phase will involve a rapid upward movement if the pattern continues to mirror itself. Naturally, no one can guarantee the outcomes of the situation. However, when patterns align in such a close manner, it is something that should be carefully monitored. In addition to that, we are also witnessing an increase in the number of large block trades. The fact that large orders are being received is a strong indication that major players are operating at these levels. But there is a catch to this. In dark pools, a significant number of these trades are taking place. The fact that dark pool transactions do not directly affect the visible market price in the same way that regular trades do is significant why this is the case. In light of this, the price does not accurately reflect the demand for shares, despite the fact that significant quantities of shares are being purchased. In light of this, an important question arises. What is the rationale behind someone purchasing a stock in large quantities, but then routing those orders in a manner that minimizes the impact on the price? If an institution is interested in constructing a long position, they will typically favor price movement that is in the upward direction. However, if they are attempting to avoid increasing the price, this indicates that they have a different motivation. One of the possibilities is that short positions are being covered or adjusted in a very quiet manner, which would not cause a spike to occur. In addition, according to the most recent data, it appears that more recent short positions, particularly those that were open at lower price levels, are beginning to experience downward pressure. On the other hand, it is essential to differentiate between the various kinds of short positions. It is possible that some more recent shorts are exiting, but this does not necessarily mean that all short exposure has been eliminated. Furthermore, there are additional layers that are more profound, such as synthetic shares and intricate financial instruments that go beyond the straightforward act of borrowing and selling something. Because of this, the situation continues to be so complicated. The utilization of the dark pool has been exceptionally high, sometimes exceeding 70%, and that is very important. Large buy orders would normally cause the price to rise, but when they are routed through dark pools, the effect of those orders is greatly reduced. As a result, the fact that the price is struggling despite the fact that there is heavy buying does not necessarily indicate that there is no demand. A possible interpretation is that demand is being concealed. Let us now take a step back and examine a more comprehensive comparison. Comparisons are being made between AMC and other stocks that have been subjected to significant short squeezes in the past. The example of a stock that experienced a sharp decline after experiencing a surge of more than 700% in a little over a month is one that is frequently brought up. Numerous individuals asserted at the time that the drop indicated that all short positions had been closed. But after a number of years had passed, the stock started to contract once more, demonstrating that the assumption was not entirely accurate. What this reveals to us is of great significance. It is not sufficient to say that the fundamental dynamics have been resolved simply because a stock has experienced a significant movement. In point of fact, they are able to endure and reappear at a later time if the conditions are favorable. The potential scale is significantly increased when compared to that of AMC, which has received a great deal more attention, has been involved in retail more frequently, and has arguably been exposed to synthetic substances more frequently. As an additional consideration, there is the involvement of the institution. Investors from the general public were the most influential group in earlier stages. It is now becoming increasingly apparent that institutions are making their presence known. Throughout the course of history, when institutional capital coincides with retail momentum, it has the potential to significantly amplify price movement. The overall structure of the market is another essential component. Numerous stocks that were heavily shorted in previous cycles are now moving in directions that are comparable to those that they were moving in before. That is not a happenstance at all. It is possible for pressure in one area to spread to other areas if the same groups are shorting multiple stocks. A domino effect is produced as a result. When there is a reduction in the amount of available liquidity or when margin requirements are raised, it becomes more difficult to simultaneously maintain multiple short positions. When you reach that point, you will begin to observe synchronized movement across a variety of stocks. In addition to that, there is the regulatory aspect. A growing number of people are talking about the possibility of more stringent enforcement against practices such as naked short selling. Despite the fact that not all of these measures have been confirmed or fully implemented, the conversation itself indicates that there has been a turning point. It is beginning to feel as though the environment is shifting, especially when you consider the ongoing legal cases and penalties that are being levied against institutions for engaging in improper shorting practices. The combination of all of these factors, including the higher cost of borrowing money, the demand for shares from brokers, the activity of dark pools, the alignment of historical patterns, the involvement of institutions, and the pressure from regulators, results in a very unusual situation. Despite the fact that it does not guarantee a particular outcome, it does imply that the current circumstance is not at all typical. In conclusion, in addition to all of the market mechanics, there's also the fundamental aspect of the business operation. As it continues to operate on a global scale, the company has demonstrated strong performance in a variety of regions and is working to improve its operational strategies. It is important to note that although debt continues to be a topic of discussion, it is not the only factor that drives price movement.